Alright, we're doing Geometry Lesson 2.13, Sphere, Surface Area, and Volume. Please be adding your course and section number with all communication. What we're going to do in this lesson is define and identify parts of a sphere, develop and use the formula for volume, and we're going to use the formula for volume. Now notice we're doing volume first this time instead of surface area. Really confused me when I was putting together the recordings. Some of the new terms are annulus, that's the region between the two concentric circles, and you'll know what that means when we get to it. And then sphere is the set of all points in space that are a given distance from a point called the center. We're going to define and identify the parts of a sphere. Right here's the center. That one probably wasn't that hard to figure out. Your radius goes from the center to a side. And then you've got your diameter. It goes through the center, touching each side. Next, we're going to develop and use the formula for the volume of a sphere. And look here, a new fraction. We're going to take 4/3 of pi r cubed. So, here's those same 4 steps I was talking to you about with cones that will work for any solid object that you're looking for the surface area or volume for. They've usually drawn the figures for us, so we don't have to do that. You're going to write your formula. You're going to identify the variables and calculate their values, and then you're going to plug and chug. In this one, they've told us the radius is 21. So there's my formula, 4/3 pi r cubed. The only variable you're going to have to worry about in this formula is r, the radius. So we know that r is 21. So now we just plug and chug. I wanted to show you how I was doing this in my calculator. Notice how I'm leaving pi out for right now because I got to give the exact answer first. So I've got 4/3. Always remember to put your fractions in parentheses. My 21 for my radius, which is being cubed, and I get 12,348 pi kilometers cubed. Now I'm going to take that answer and I'm going to multiply it by pi. And so here's my approximate volume, 38,792.39 kilometers cubed. Okay, here's a new one. Here's the figure that's drawn. Notice here that I've got a diameter of 17 kilometers. So that means to find the radius, I'm going to have to divide that 17 by 2. Here's my formula. Diameter is 17, therefore the radius is 8.5. I plug and chug. Notice how I've keyed it all the same way into my calculator. I'm taking 4/3 times 8.5 cubed. I'm not doing anything with the pi yet. So my volume is going to be, even though this is exact as I'm going to get because I've got 4/3 and that's a non-terminating decimal. So I'm going to get 818.83 pi kilometers cubed. And then to get my approximate answer, I'm going to take this 818 and multiply that by pi. So I get 2,572.44 centimeters cubed for my approximate. This lesson was really short because there's not much to it. Okay, you're just dealing with the radius when you're working on volume. It's a pretty straightforward formula. We defined what a sphere is, and we talked about the radius of a sphere and the diameter as well, and then we developed the formula and used it. Again, oh, I left out a 1 here. I mean a 2. So after you get finished watching this video, you need to read about the surface area and volume of spheres part 1, read the lesson in the reference guide, work these problems in your problem set to just get you all prepared to take that quiz. And then be sure to make note of any general questions you may have to ask in CC next Thursday. And thanks for listening.